Hello, and welcome to Hollywood's Biggest Night. I'm your host, Helen Mirren, and I'm very excited to be tonight's presenter. Of the last few decades, one action franchise has withstood the test of time: the Matrix saga. As we approach the release of filmmaker Parker Liberatore's next entry into this monumental franchise, tonight we take a look back at all that has come before. Stay tuned for later in the evening, when filmmaker Parker Liberatore will be releasing an exclusive first look at his next entry into the franchise, Fozzie Bear: Borrowed Time, the sequel to Fozzie Bear: A Matrix Story. Until then, join me, Helen Mirren, as we go beyond the Matrix. Hello, I'm Helen Mirren, and this is The Matrix. This film follows the conflict between Neo and Agent Smith. Set in the year 2199, our protagonist Neo takes the fight to evil. Pure evil. He loses, and, that sucks, but, we learn to get over stuff like that. Welcome to Hot Things, the show with hot celery and even hotter questions. I'm your host, Sean Evans, and joining me today in the hot seat is Parker Liberatore. You may know him from directing such cult classics like Tethered and Wise Guys to big blockbuster movies like The Matrix. His new film, Fozzie Bear: Borrowed Time, hits theaters this Easter. Parker, thanks for joining me. Sean, thanks for having me. My buddy put me onto this thing, and he's here today. Oh, really? That's great. On this first celery is what we like to call sriracha. Sounds exotic. Marshmallow. Right? We have to start you off with this. Our first question, are you ready? I think so. As a director who has both made low-budget indie films and blockbuster juggernauts, do you find any translation issues going between the two? Wow. Question. Good question. I just want to think that out. That's great. Let's hear a word from our sponsor. Hello, I'm Helen Mirren, and this is The Matrix Reloaded. In this film, we see characters not featured in the first film. Cypher, later renamed to Joey Pants, Dozer, and Switch. These new characters are what we can refer to as the old crew of the Nebuchadnezzar. That's the name of their ship. So, shortly after the events of the first film, the old crew is tasked with tracking down the Joker, who is on the loose. The Joker leads them on a wild goose chase, as they attempt to thwart his plan to assassinate Tom Holland at the premiere of the hit film, Chaos Walking. They track him to the set of The Office, filled with characters from the Muppets. This is where we first encounter Fozzie Bear, who tells them that the Joker is long gone and already on his way to the Chaos Walking premiere. There is some turmoil in the group because Joey Pants wants to let Tom Holland die because he doesn't think he's talented. The crew eventually decides to kill the Joker, saving Tom Holland from being assassinated. Unfortunately, due to the societal conditions of society, Tom Holland becomes the new Joker. In a later film, a museum recalls that during the events of this film, Fozzie Bear was a very talented comedian whose career was about to blow up as he was set to star in a reboot of the Steve Carell Get Smart alongside Tom Holland. But when he disappeared into the Joker persona, Fozzie Bear hits an all-time low. He tries to rejoin the Muppets, but his return episode boasts the lowest viewership of any piece of broadcast television. Shortly after, the Muppets break apart, and they all go their separate ways. Hi, I'm Parker Liberatore, and this is my autocomplete interview. Let's see what we got. Is The Matrix tethered canon? What? Hello, I'm Helen Mirren, and this is The Matrix Revolutions. This film finds Joey Pants alone and stranded, insinuating that something happened between him and the old crew. Nevertheless, in an attempt to find his way back home, he assembles what we will now call the new crew. This new crew is comprised of Joey Pants, Fozzie Bear, Paul Blart, Alec Baldwin, and Tom Holland Joker. There is some conflict between the group as they stumble through the multiverse, their aimless journey home. They eventually find their way to the actor Keanu Reeves, who offers everyone sage wisdom as well as passage home. Later cited as Keanu Reeves brought everyone home, he accidentally created a massive tidal system in the Atlantic Ocean that wiped out both Britain and the state of Florida. This next sauce is called spicy celery. What did you call it? Spicy celery. Oh, that's spicy. Yeah. Alright, we did a little digging and we found this video of you. Jamie, roll the clip.
Alright, blockhead. Give me that wallet you're holding.
I don't mean any.
I'm not gonna ask this again. Give me your wallet now!
I'm sorry. I know The Matrix 5 was bad. I'm sorry. Please don't kill me.
Can you get up?
You want my wallet? Please don't. Wow, you look so pathetic. Why would you show that? It's my f***ing show, Parker. Hello, I'm Helen Mirren, and this is The Matrix Resurrections. This film takes place 5 years after the last one, setting it in the year 2204. Wow, that's pretty far on, man. Pretty far on. Fozzie Bear is presumably found dead in his apartment after overdosing on Benadryl. Whoa. The new crew receives a call from an unknown number alongside a mysterious golden pipe, appearing to them individually. As they go through these pipes, they meet a man who calls himself Tom Cruise, alongside Fozzie Bear's replacement, Martin Scorsese. For those unaware, Martin Scorsese is the pufferfish from Shark Tales, Fish Tales, or whatever that movie is called, the one with Will Smith. This Tom Cruise informs them of a dangerous threat to the multiverse by the name of Robert Pattinson, who is killing all the different versions of himself to become the most powerful person in the multiverse. Oh no. After collecting the Infinity Gauntlet, the new crew tracks Robert, down to the stadium from the end of Trolls World Tour. It is here where Tom Holland Joker uses the Infinity Gauntlet to make a sacrifice play to kill Robert Pattinson. In his last moments, Tom Holland Joker professes his love for Alec Baldwin. Alright, next question. How long is Fozzie's... I'm Helen Mirren, by the way, in case you guys didn't know that. And this, what I'm about to read you, is Joker's Legacy, a Matrix story. Set 25 years after the last one, making it 2229. It follows a new character named Arthur, who works as an agent of the mysterious organization Prodigium on a routine investigation interrogating an old man named Alec Baldwin. Arthur stumbles across evidence that Tom Holland Joker had a child? This news eventually makes its way to Amazon, headed up by former mall cop Paul Blart. Blart sends his top man, Agent Smith, to find this child and bring it to him so he can kill them and claim the title of Joker. for himself. Arthur begins to suspect that he is the child of Tom Holland Joker, so on request of his unnamed boss, he investigates further. He tracks down Martin Scorsese, who sends him into the desert. Paul Blart is usurped by Agent Smith, who kills Blart for his ineptitude. He kills Blart for his ineptitude, guys. The ineptitude. In the desert, Arthur finds a casino, and in it is former leader of the new crew, Joey Pants, who leads him to an abandoned warehouse where they meet presumed dead Bear, Fozzie Bear, alongside a woman of similar age to Arthur. We learn that Arthur is not the descendant of Tom Holland Joker, and that it is this woman before us who kind of looks like Tom Holland a little bit if you squint your eyes. You have to squint your eyes though. They are confronted by Agent Smith. To defeat him, Arthur is given permission to assume the identity of Joker. Later he realizes that this title doesn't really fit him, so he returns it to Tom Holland Joker's daughter, who becomes the new Joker. Alright, Parker, this is it. The final celery. This one is called Genocide Juice. I don't want to do this anymore. You do this because this is the f***ing show. This is my f***ing show. It's my f***ing show, Parker. Okay. No, it's not okay. I don't think it's that okay. My show. You probably think it's your show, don't you? Because you're some big Hollywood hotshot dummy. But at the end of the day, it's my show. I understand that it's your show. It's your show. I don't think you do. I need you to say, I'm a big Hollywood dum-dum. What? Say you're a big Hollywood dum-dum. Say it. I'm a big Hollywood dum-dum. Louder. I'm a big Hollywood dum-dum. That camera, and that camera. Tell us what's going on in your life. Hello, I'm Helen Mirren, and this is Fozzie Bear, The Matrix Story. It's set in the year 2239, which is 10 years after Joker's legacy for those who are counting. But in these 10 years, a little important little tidbit for you, Fozzie Bear is doing investigative journalism under the alias of Alice. So this film was marketed as following Fozzie Bear. Many were surprised, when the film started out with a 20-year-old Norwegian student of Tom Holland University of Oslo, Jules, Jules, Jules. Taking place over the course of 5 years, this film follows Jules as she navigates entering adulthood in a patriarchal world. She enters a toxic relationship with Morbius, the living vampire, podcaster, author, of course vampire. The majority of this spent in minor arguments between Jules and Morbius. Jules finds someone new, a cute little guy of the name of Fozzie Bear. Fozzie and Jules have a rom-com meet-cute where they hang out with Indian revolutionaries Ram and Bean. Fozzie Bear reveals he has a Glock in his sock. Jules leaves Morbius because he sucks, and starts a new life with Fozzie. It's reported on the news that famous detective Benoit Blanc is in town investigating a disaster at the Oslo Freeport, involving a rather large plane crashing into a hangar. Fozzie Bear throws a get-together with his friends Arthur, Joker, and Morbius. Arthur, Joker, and Jules don't really appreciate Fozzie inviting Morbius, all for their own individual reasons. Morbius finds some shrooms and suggests everyone takes some. The night gets crazy. When they wake up, they find Morbius dead. Benoit Blanc makes an appearance to solve the murder. It is discovered that Jules killed Morbius by accident. In order to cover up, Arthur, Joker, and Benoit all get killed by Jules. Wow. Fozzie Bear and Jules go on the run and find Ram and Bean, who introduce them to some tenant shit. A slew of detectives, Columbo, Dale Cooper, Perry Mason, and Sam Spade, converge on Oslo to investigate the death of Benoit Blanc. Hello, I'm Helen Mirren, and we're almost done for the night. But to round off this special event, I am joined by creator of this great franchise, Parker Liberatory, to talk about what's next. Parker, what's next?
This Easter holiday, we will be releasing Fozzie Bear Borrowed Time, which I see as the middle chapter in the next great American trilogy. With the previous Fozzie Bear being the first part.
Wow. Anything else?
Yes. And we will be releasing an anthology series on Tubi, which will tie together loose ends left from previous films.
I'm Helen Murin, and I think this is great.
One more thing, Helen. Here tonight, I am debuting the first official trailer for the next film in the Matrix franchise, Fozzie Bear Borrowed Time.
Jamie, roll the clip.
People on streets. Okay. Tipping around, keep my brains round the floor. These are the days it never rains, but it falls. Turned away from it all like a blind man. Sat on a fence, but it don't work. Keep coming up with love, but it's so slashed and torn. Why?